Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of Find Ways to Win. My name is FitzgeraldStephens. Appreciate you guys tuning in from everywhere part of the world you are. So it's been a little minute since I made a video, but let's get back up in the saddle and get going right again. The title of this message is All In or All Out. No half measures. You will never find with very few, and I mean extraordinary few exception, anyone who has accomplished a great task or has achieved a great goal, has built a great business, has built a great life for themselves without 100% focusing on that task. You can't be an individual who you're picking something up and you're putting it down. You're picking it up and you're putting it down. Today you're going to work it hard. You're going to take 3 weeks off and work it slow, or then you'll get back at it. Nothing is achieved. Nothing great is achieved without consistency, without really focusing. I mean, laser focus on what you're trying to achieve until it's done. All in or all out. If you're going to do something, do it. If you're not going to do something, don't do it. But dang sure don't go into it thinking you're going to have half measures. Either you're hot or you are cold. And you have to approach your life like that. You have to run your life like the way it is. Your life is a business. Your life is designed to produce something. And in order for production to take place, you have to put something in, input in, output out, and you have to be putting the right ingredients into your life and the right ingredient into that project in order to yield the necessary results that you want. You can't go around a wishing and a thinking and a hoping that things are going to be without putting in the necessary works. As you guys know, that is the mantra of this channel. You got to put in the work, and you are responsible. And those things go without saying through every component of a successful human being. Now, what do I mean by all in and all out? Just to go ahead and define that a little bit. Let's just say you're working on something. Let's just say you're something you decide to make the start, and that's awfully actually that's one of the most hardest thing is just to start. The other hardest thing is to maintain what you have started, and finally the third is to finish what you started. But let's just say you're getting ready to go after something, and I'm going to assume you already have your action plan. I'm already going to assume that you're a hustler, that you're out there, you're going to go get it, and you're out there working, and you're planning, you're visualizing and everything like that. You set on your task. Okay, great, wonderful. But many things can come in the form of distractions to trip you up. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the number one thing you have to watch for whenever you're going after a particular kind of goal. You gotta train yourself to avoid the distractions. Some of those distractions can actually be pretty good. Some of those distractions cannot be bad at all. They can actually seem right at the time, but whether they're good or they're wrong, the purpose is always the same with distraction, to get you off track with what the necessarily goal that you have to achieve. Now, how do you stay on track with what you're trying to do? You must be disciplined. What is discipline? Doing what you need to do, whether you feel like it or not. Doing what you need to do when you need to do it, whether you feel like it or not. That's discipline. If you're gonna work on and work to achieve a great physique, you got to train yourself to get up and go to the gym. You got to train yourself to go through the paces. You got to train yourself to lead the phone, maybe in the car, in the gym bag, because you're not there to talk on the phone and to take snapshots and all that foolishness like you see in so many modern day gyms now. You are there to hit that weight. You are there to do that cardio. You are there to do those crunches. You are there to pound your body into a weapon that that you wanted to see, into a look that you want to be. Let's just say you're going to work and you decided you're going to go after a promotion, like I decided right here. Okay, what do you go ahead and you talk to the necessary supervisor or the director, whoever you need to talk to, and you make it known that you want to go after this, and hopefully you have brought them a good worth ethic, because I promise you that people are observing you, and you go and you once you find out the parameters, you go out and consistently put in the work, you discipline. So therefore, when you are at work or you're working out, you're there to work, not to play. You can't combine the two and expect that you're ever going to have any great measure of success. I told a story of I had this roommate, and he wanted to be a doctor. He was training to be a doctor, and I went to him. I said, "Hey, Brett, I never see you going out, man. I never see you doing anything for fun. You're always studying." And this is what this man told me. He said, Fitzgerald, when I work, I work. When I play. Actually, that man is partially of a huge part of this stream. Not that forgive me that quote, and that was over 30 years ago. Well, it's a little wonder that man right now, Dr. Brett Gunner, is a well-known neurosurgeon and doing very, very highly successful and highly respected in his craft. Why? Because when he worked, he worked. When he played. And so you don't get a tank with no half measures with him. You don't get a thing where you're going to mix a little bit. People often say, "Well, my work is my play." Okay, I can get that. If you're one of those individuals that you really, really enjoy like what you do, maybe it doesn't seem like work, but nevertheless it is. Or you're one of those persons that you just hate going to doing what you're doing, and you just dread it, and you don't give your all, but you expect the full paycheck. Well, first of all, that's not the way to go about it. That's literally just stealing from that employer. Second of all, if you hate it that bad, find something that you want, that you can do, that you love, that you can make a good livelihood out of. But the process is the same. When you work. When you play. No half measures. Never mix the two, because they are incompatible, and for the most part. And you have to train yourself. You have to train yourself. We already spoke about the distractions, whether they be good or bad. We already spoke about the discipline, doing what you need to do when you need to do it, whether you feel like it or not. Now, let's talk about the constant self-improvement. Constant self-improvement is going to be needed in order to change into the person that's going to walk into the goal that you want. What do I mean by constant self-improvement? Ladies and gentlemen, you have got to sharpen your skills. You have got to sharpen your skills. You have got to be in constant learning mode. How can I do this better? How can I do this quicker? And how can I do this? And how can I do this with more efficiency? How can I do this better? How can I do this quicker? And how can I do this with more efficiency? Well, you're going to have to add on some skills in your life. Maybe those are going to have to be time management skill. Maybe they're going to have to be a communication skill. Maybe they're going to have to be organizational skills. But I assure you, if you're going to achieve a great work, you have to become a great man or woman in order to achieve that work. In other words, don't expect to achieve something without being changed through the process. If you choose to stay the same as you are, you're going to have the same that you have right now. There is no exception. Nobody circumvents that rule. And you have to really put yourself in a position that I go after it. No half measures. I'm either in this thing or I'm not. When you give your word, you're either going to do it or you don't. If you're not going to do it, don't give your word. But, be dependable. That's another thing. Be dependable, first of all, to yourself. Be dependable to you first. Be able to, when you set appointments, when you have your calendar, something's written down in there, you stick to it. You basically carry it through. And if there is something that comes up, or there is some emergency, you reschedule and you deal with it as the professional you are. You deal with yourself professional. You watch how you conduct your life, because your actions really are shaping your life. Now, when you combine all these things, you can have an absolutely great finished product. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna achieve, if you're gonna win in life, you have to be all in. This world does not reward lukewarm, lazy people. Oh, you guys say, well, Fitzgerald, have you looked at the welfare system, and you looked at a lot of these subsidies they're giving out? Yeah, I'm looking at that. But better yet, they didn't earn it. Someone else is still paying for it. Mainly people like me and you who are out there doing the hustle. So what would behoove us to do? Well, we better look for better tax structures on how to minimize what we're paying out in taxes, so we can feel that we're not taking care of everybody else in addition to ourselves. Do I believe in and taking care of the orphans and the widows and the poor? Absolutely, but to an extent. I believe in taking care of by a lot of times that's applying good, sensible policies that mainly tied to work and incentives to go out there to achieve measurable goals. No, but I'm not here to get political on you. What I am here is to talk to you guys about, hey, let's just go ahead. We know what we need to do. We know what we need to do to win. We know what we have our vision plan. We have our thing. Work the plan. Work the plan. All in or all out. No half measures. Either you do it or you don't. And that's what you have to got to resonate in your spirit. It has got to be like a loud drum inside your mind. This is what I do. I produce. I don't just talk about something. I'm really working on it. I'm working to improve it, and I'm going to achieve that. And as you start moving in that direction, you're going to start changing for the better. You're going to start being a person who not only people rely on, but more importantly, you rely on. Once you give your word to something, or once you put your hand to a certain task, you're going to do it, and that's going to give you a tremendous boost of confidence, because you follow through. You're not really doing it for other people. Primarily, the goal is for you first. And you got to convince you that you're worthy of walking in that. And if you decide you don't want to do it, that's cool. Just say I'm all out. I'm not. This is not good for me. With very, very little explanations. I don't want to do this. But if you decide you're going to do it and you're all in, be in. You will never achieve anything of greatness with half measures. Half measures and greatness don't belong in the same sentence. They really don't, because each one of them are two polar opposites. They will cancel each other out. You cannot go after something just poking at it and staring at it and doing a little bit here and a lot of nothing there, and expect you're going to achieve what you want. It simply doesn't work like that. I mean, if you see people who look like they haven't put a lot of effort in, don't be fooled by that. You don't necessarily see all the paces that they have went through. I've heard, and I come to believe a lot of times, a lot of overnight successes are 20 years in the making. No, just because you don't see the work that individual puts in, don't mean that they're not working behind the scenes. But you can spot them if you know how to look for it. You can emulate them and follow their goals for life. Number one, are they mostly turn down a lot of going out venues. You don't see these guys a lot at the club all the time. You don't see them get their drink on or their reef on or whatever that nonsense people like to do. You don't see them doing a lot of things. A lot of times they're kind of reserved people to themselves or with their particular group, their mastermind group that work. Actually, they appear to be somewhat boring to the untrained eye, but you better believe they're putting in the work. And boom, when that work matures, and all of a sudden they're walking in what you're thinking, like, wow, man, I didn't know they was doing that, man. While I'm sitting out here, I could have been achieving things too, but I like to do half measures. I like to mix a little partying and mix a little drinking on and mixing other things that are detrimental to where I'm trying to go. And so it's a little wonder you're behind. But you can change that. You can put yourself on a course of winning this with discipline, with consistent action, with honing your skills, and just by saying this little powerful no, this to a powerful word to distractions. No, I haven't scheduled this. If it's not on your calendar, don't do it. If it's not on your calendar, don't do it. If you don't have time on your calendar, don't do it. Schedule your life out. Schedule your life out. I've heard of couples actually scheduling dating nights, and I used to think, man, that's wow, no, that's kind of, but it works for them. Especially they're both professional, they're out there getting something together and stuff like that. Hey, they need to focus on what they're trying to do. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be plenty of time to play once the goal is achieved. Reward yourself with the play, the relaxation, the vacation, or whatever you want to call it, after the goal is achieved, not before, and really not during. Your time should be spent in mental development, strong network building, getting your health right. Because why do I say get your health right? Because you're going to need energy in order to accomplish your goal. Make no doubt about it. You're going to have energy to order to accomplish your goal. So take care of your body, take care of your temple, take care of your mental health. Because you're going to have to have clarity of mind in order to rise to new ideas and be able to look at things from the eagle's point of view, like I like to call it. You're looking at things from above, and you're seeing the whole map, and you're seeing the whole layout of the field, and just instead of looking at the forest view where you're just seeing one tree at a time. You got to be able to rise higher. You got to be able to know how to increase your vibration. You got to be able to know how to increase your frequency. What are you vibrating on? What are you attracting? All these things come to those who are all in. So, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining this stream. Thank you. I definitely want you guys to like and share this thing and replay it again. Sometimes I get some nuggets that I missed, first of all, with the first hearing. And then I like to go ahead and look at stuff, hear stuff again. But like, oh, okay, and where I can seek how to apply it. Remember, we find ways to win. We make content over here to improve the quality of your life, to improve the quality of your mental disposition, to improve the quality of your outlook on yourself, on life, and improve the quality of achieving the things that you deem important to you, your goals, your must-dos, or whatever you want to call them. So we're sitting up there, want to make sure that we are actually giving good stuff out, because people, like it or not, people listen to me, and I am responsible for what I put out. I'm responsible for how I come off to people, and so I have to be a man, who is of character, who's actually doing what I'm saying in order to be credible, and so I have people that I have a team that holds me accountable. I have a few of these guys. Prince Dynas Amir, owner of Search for Uru, YouTube channel. I definitely recommend you guys go there and listen to that channel. My two younger brothers, who are consummate professionals in themselves. My best friend, Mr. Jim Zigmond, owner of Zig Computer Consulting, who we were literally roommates in college, been knowing each other since we was 18 and 19 years old. What am I saying? You have to have someone accountable. You have to have someone to hold you responsible for what you say you're going to do. And a friend is going to do that. And a friend is, when they see you going off path, they're going to get in your face and get you back on what you said you want to do. You said you want to do it. Okay, well, if you said you want to do it, you're not going to be intimidated or angry when someone comes in your face and tell you you're not doing it. You're slipping. Get back on the horse and get back on it the right way, or you're sulking too much, or you're worrying about this problem too much, or you're worrying about of the past, and that's gone. Get back in, accomplish what you need to do. You're doing half measures. You said you was all in. Either you're all in or you're all out, but don't have measures. Get about being about what you need to do. Hey guys, we appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Richmond, Mr. Marcus. Hey, I appreciate you guys chiming in, and once again, thank you for joining me on this channel. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Bye bye.